Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good day, everyone, fellow research and colleges. It's an honor for me to be here at the Borobudur International Symposium, an event that brings together research and practitioner and academic from various disciplines to exchange knowledge and advance scientific dialogue. My name is Muhammad Tariq, and Dr. Chutrisha Paritia, and I completed my bachelor degree in development economic program at the University Syekh Kuala in Banda Aceh. I'm truly delighted to be here today to present my research in entitled Dynamic of Urbanization, Industry, Energy, and Emission on Economic Growth in Middle-Income ASEAN countries. These studies reflect my academic interest in understanding how economic development, demographic change, and environmental challenges interact within the ASEAN region. Through this research, I am the contribute to broader discussion about sustainable development and the future of economic growth in the middle income ASEAN. Let me begin by explaining why I conducted this research. Over the past 3 decades, ASEAN has become one of the world's most dynamic hubs of economic growth. However, behind this rapid development, we also observed several challenges. Countries in this region are experiencing fast urbanization, different differing levels of industrial growth, increasing energy consumption, and rising emission. Most ASEAN countries fall into the middle income ASEAN, which means they are facing a dual mission to maintain high economic growth while also ensuring environment sustainability. From this context, I was interested in exploring several key questions. For example, how does urbanization influence economic growth in middle-income ASEAN? How the do do the industrial sector still play a major role in driving growth? And what about electric consumption? Does it strains economic performance? And can renewable energy contribute to sustainability development? And lastly, how do emissions interact with economic growth, especially in relation to the environment Kuznets curve? This issue motivated me to analyze the dynamic of development and environment more deeply. To answer this question, I use panel data from 8 middle-income ASEAN countries covering the period 99 to 2023. The data were a bit obtained from the World Bank and International Energy Agency, and the variable include economic growth, urbanization, industrial-related, electric consumption, renewable energy consumption, and less emission. To analyze this variable, I replaced I relate it to fixed effect panel quantile regression. I choose this method because it allows us to see how each variable affects economic growth across different level or quantiles, not just the average. In the other words, this method helps us to understand whether certain variable matter more for countries with lower growth compared to those with higher growth. It is also more robust against heterosclerosis uh, and outlier, which but improve the reliability of the result. The research results, urbanization or findings show the urbanization has a positive and significant effect on the economic growth, especially in countries with lower level of urbanization. This means that when a country begins to urbanize, the uh, impact on economic growth is stronger. However, as urbanization increases, its effect gradually weakens. And at the very high level, it may even slightly decline. This tells us that urbanization must be well managed to ensure long-term benefits. Next, we found that industrial value actually show a negative insignificant effect across all quantile. This suggests that the industrial sector in middle-income ASEAN countries is not yet strong enough to become a major driver of growth. Many nations in the region are experiencing structural transformation towards the service sector, and issues uh, such as limit infrastructure, low innovation, and weak technology capability also contribute to this insignificant result. Next, electric consumption show a positive and highly significant effect on economic growth. This finding indicate, indicate indicates that as electric use increases, productivity also rises. Electricity support business operation, household activities, public relations, public service, and industrial process. Therefore, improving electricity access and efficiency remain crucial for economic expansion in ASEAN. Next, renewable energy consumption also has a positive and significant impact on economic growth. This means that when countries adopt a renewable energy, they are not reduce their dependence on fossil fuel, but also strengthen productivity, improve energy efficiency, and support long-term sustainability development. This result highlight the importance of accelerating renewable energy investment in the region. Finally, emissions show a positive and significant effect on growth in the most quantiles. This pattern suggests that economic growth in ASEAN is still heavily dependent on fossil fuel. However, this effect becomes weaker at high GDP quantile, which is consistent with the environment Kuznets curve hypothesis. According to environment Kuznets curve, emission will rise a country's development, but will eventually decline once the country reaches a higher income level and adopt cleaner technology. In other words, economic growth can coexist with environmental improvement when technology and policy involve. Conclusion. mm, Allow me to summarize the key conclusion of these studies. Urbanization positively drives growth, especially in low urbanization regions, but in effect may weaken without proper management. Two, industrial value added is insignificant and slightly negative due to structural shift and infrastructure or policy limitation. Three, electricity consumption significantly boosts the productivity and economic performance. Number four, renewable energy support sustainable growth through efficiency and emission reduction. Unless emission increase with the growth but pose environment risks. The environment Kuznets curve suggests potential decline with cleaner technology. Policy implication is strengthens sustainability urban planning, en- enhance industrial diversification and innovation, and improve electric infrastructure, expand renewable energy support, and implement carbon control measures and future research were then analyzed through region or cross-country comparison. That's all for me. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.